Good afternoon. This is Stitching and Quilting. My name, no, this is Sewfly's Unique Boutique. My name is Tammy. Greetings from a very hot May, hot Maine day. It's supposed to get over 100 today, or close to it, according to what I've been reading on my phone. So yeah, it's a little warm outside. So if you hear a lot of noise, it's air conditioners. I'm sorry about that, but only way to survive because I've been out today and like I said, it is hot, hot, hot. So, how about we get started? I don't have any finishers or FFOs. I do have some whips. Not quite sure where I put my Salem 1692, but I did work on that for an extra day because this was WhipGo weekend this past weekend. In fact, this weekend the only thing I really did work on were spooky stitches. I don't know why, I just felt it necessary. So yeah. I did work on, let's see if I can look some semblance of this mess I've got going on here. I did work on my needle and floss. This is the Halloween tile. And this is what it looks like. And it's done, it's a monochromatic. They do it with black. I preferred to try something different. So I was just working on this a couple minutes ago before I came in here. Oh. Yeah. Come on. Where are you? You are. So, I'm using an 18 count gray. Well, 18 count I dyed myself. I dyed it gray. And I'm using Stitching for Sass Bat Tears. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's got like different shades of purple. I'm working on the bat here. And then there's like a little skull and crossbones here. And when I'm done with that, I'm either going to work on the pumpkins, fangs, or I'm going to work on the bone. The two bones. There's that. So there is that one. The other thing, let's move a little bit closer here. Sorry. There we go. The other thing that I worked on was, I don't have the picture for it, but it's a full coverage. And I have gotten maybe a quarter of the way done. It's 100 by 100. Doing this on an 18 count easy count Ada. And it's only got a few colors. So I'm trying to do like box diagonals. Tempting to anyway. We'll see how far I get with that. So yeah, I like it. I think I need to find a bigger hoop though for that. And then the other thing I worked on was my Night Spirit Studios Vampire Goblet. I'm doing that also on gray. No, I'm doing that one on a fabrics under the sea fabrics borealis. I need my notes. My notes. I didn't cover it up. There we go. So yeah, under this 14 count borealis. So, and I forgot to bring in a couple other things, but you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. I got some of my goals done, so that's all that matters. So here is my vampire goblet. So the only thing I really have left is down here. I did work on She Mad Had Her Dreams, but only got maybe 200 stitches in there. But I did work on it, and I did work on the Spooky Quaker. So I'm working on this for an hour a day until it's finished. And when I get done with this one, I'll move on to another one that's close to finish. So there's that. And I'm working on this last motif here. I got the spider and the spider web done. And then there's like a little motif right there in the corner. And this is as far as I've gotten. As you can see, I'm almost done with the pumpkin. Got to put the stem on, and then 4 little black boxes. Fill in this little motif. Fill in up here. Some purple, and this done. So hopefully this will be done tomorrow. If I can get all that done in an hour, and if I can't, then I'm going to work on it until it's done. So yeah. So there's that. And then yesterday, I had to start um this is the owls. This is from Cross Stitch TR, I believe, on Etsy. On Etsy. This was my Juneteenth start, and I'm starting this with a friend. She's not doing the background, and she converted hers from Anchor to DMC. I'm gonna have to talk to her about how she converted a couple of colors I can't find in Anchor, and what she used from DMC, so I can use the same thing. But other than that, it's gonna be all in Anchor. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I'm doing the background, which is all in kind of an offish white. I'm doing it on easy count, 18 count, easy count, Ada. I got over 300 stitches in yesterday, and that was just in background. So hopefully you'll be able to see what I got done. but it's right here. You can see a little bit, but yep, that's what I got done. So, not as far as I would have liked, but progress is progress, right? Right. All right, so, my goodness. Oh. And then there was something I forgot to show you last time. There it is. That's not it. Nope. Of course, it's the last one. All right, this country cottage new works. The Snow Village snowflakes there. There it is. There's that. Okay, and I did put my 300 stitches in. And there it is. So all I really have left is the snow on the ground and the snowman himself. And to do the finish up the back stitching the words. But it's almost done, so that hopefully will be a finish. I have until the end of July to get 2 more finishes. So I'm gonna try to do it before then. We'll see. Alright. So I went through and I didn't get really any I did buy some enhancements, but they're PDFs and I have to print them out. So but anyway, so I did go through and think of some new goals of things that I want to do. And these goals are going from today until July 4th, which is next 2 weeks from today. So, and then July, at the end of June, geometric June comes to a halt. And then we transition into Jingle Jangle July, which I hope will be fun. Because I'm going to try to do a combination of Christmas and a patriotic. So, some of the things I don't have, but it is what it is. I wasn't about to go searching when I finally got home, got my groceries put away and all that. But I did find some yesterday. So, since these goals are for 2 weeks, I'll do what I showed you. And then when I come back next week, I'll have the rest of them. So you'll be able to see what I plan on doing. The Christmas sampler, I want to finish the N, the Q, and do the O and the R. I showed that to you last week. You can't really see it that well because it's done in such a dark fabric and the threads are very light. So I put these on smart today. So yeah, I have my little stitch tracker right here. There. Okay. So I do have my stitch tracker here. And on my stitch tracker, I put Christmas Sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings, the number one, the one that I'm working on. So I'm going to get those 4 letters done. That's my goal. Words, anything in between them, the whole thing. Then, did I put it on here? Yes. I showed you my hair deer a while ago, and it is the Scandinavian sampler that I absolutely fell in love with, and the deer is like, it's probably a very lofty goal, but I want to finish the hair. I want to finish that rabbit and get it done, get it out of the way. That is my goal, just to finish the hair next month. Okay, unless I decide to work on it towards the end. Oh, sorry. Before I work on it. If I decide to work on it in the end of June instead of waiting until July. The other one is to do 100 stitches for 5 days on the 3 cheers, which is this one. This is 3 cheers. So my goal is to do 500 stitches on this. Well, 100 stitches a day for 5 days. Which it seems to be, doable. The other thing is to 100 stitches a day for 5 days. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. It depends on what I pick for an hour a day to finish. So we'll see. Maybe 2 hours in the morning, depending upon what time I get up. All right. And I'm reading right off my board here. The other thing is to start my the Bent Creek Scary Stack, which is right here. This is the one I picked last week. And I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna do it in DMC. I don't want to go through all the rigmarole. I might have the Gentle Arts Brandy, and I might have, I do know I have Swamp Water from Weeks. But I just don't want to put 2 in there, so I think I'm just going to go with the DMC. And yes. And I think I'm going to do it on a 16 count. Either 18 count French Country Mocha or Vintage Country Mocha, or 16 count French latte or French mocha latte or something like that. But yeah, it's not very big, so that's what I'm gonna do. I like him. I think he's cute. And I'm gonna get, my goal is to get 500 stitches. So if I just started with, like, say this pumpkin here, or started with the border, like going down the side here, and because I might start up here in the left hand corner. I don't know, we'll see. And then I didn't bring that in here either. I did bring in, all right, the other thing that I put down, and this is also slated for a finish this year, so it would be great if I could get it finished, is Country Cottage Needleworks Skate and Sled Shop in the Snow Village series. There is. I really don't think I have that much. Easy more than I think. Okay, let's see. Nope, that's the banner. There it is. Oh yeah, I got a lot more than I thought I did. But yeah, I gotta do a lot of work on the shop itself. But yeah, that's gonna be on the docket for next month. Snowflake stand, if I don't get it done by the end of this month, will be on. That'll be a finish. The other thing I want to work on is this is from the Just Cross Stitch magazine. And it is the season of love. And here it is. And my goal is to finish the heart I have on there already, and then add 6 more. I'm doing this on an 18 count. Open. Here's what I've got so far. So I was able to, when I started it was a Whipco call, and I really wasn't into it. But now that I'm thinking about it, I really want to get it done. And I'm not doing the words, I'm just doing the tree itself. And so I want to finish this one and add 6 more hearts. And I might just do more than that, depends on how I'm feeling. So yeah, there's that one. And then I'll have to find it. I'm not quite sure where it is, but I want to take the Patriotic Blocks by Waxing Moon Designs and finish the S. And then this is the 12 Days of Christmas by Jardin Prabe. And I love the fact that it's, basically, it's a lot of just one color from time to time, if that's how you want to work it. There's 6 colors in all. I like Christmas. I like doing the, there's some shop on Etsy. I'm not quite sure what the name of it is, but they've got this beautiful teapot that has all the things for Yule, the Wiccan, I guess it is. I don't know. If I'm wrong, correct me. I'd be more than happy to take it that way. I'm not quite sure, like, the Halloween, Samhain, I don't know how to pronounce it. I know how to pronounce it, I just can't think of it right now. But you know, all the different ways they have seasons. So, but there is one that is a teapot and it's for Yule, and I've seen it done on Stitches and Sundries. She's got a whole bunch of them. But this is what I started for a sale last December. I was hoping people would join me, but that's okay. So I did this. I started this on December 13th, 2023, because my dog's birthday is December 13th, and this year she'll be 5. So, but yeah, so very cute, very very cute. And I'm gonna try to finish these little things here, 5, 6, and 7, and maybe I'll start filling them in. Depends on how much I get done of those. And there's a lot of birds in here. And if you've ever watched the Hathaway Stitchers, um, what's her name? Amity. She's got a thing for birds. So this I'm doing on, forget the name of this. Can't remember. But it is a either 16 or 18 count. It's not fog. Fresco, maybe? I don't know. But I've got 1, 2, and 3, and then I came down and started working on 7. Um, and then I'm gonna just work over for 6 and 5, and then maybe if I have a, before I even think about moving the Q snap, work some more of this border down, work some more of this border across, and then start filling in the this is a project for the long haul, but start filling in the boxes, with the little features. Ever since I've seen this, I absolutely fell in love with it, and I said one day, I'm getting it. Can't stop me. It's going to be mine. It must be mine. All right. I also have a Owl Forest Embroidery has 2 Christmas bears. They have the polar bears and they have the regular bears. I have the regular bears kitted up. That is going to be a start for next month. And I want to finish the snowflake stand, finish the spooky sampler, and finish the vampire goblet. Those are my 3 big things. And if I finish the spooky sampler before July, well, it doesn't really matter because this is still for June. So yeah. The other thing I wanted to do, I have to find it. There. There it is. The other thing I want to start is this. This is Old Glory flag, and it's kind of the same idea. With as the tree, you can do it on black, and the colors are a little bit different, or you can do it on a lighter, and then there's a more vintage palette. But my husband was in the army. He's, very patriotic and all that. And I want to put some patriotic stuff in this room. And I think this right here would be beautiful in a frame, whether you do the vintage or the dark. So I have some 16 count parchment that may work. And I might just use the more modern color version. And whatever they call for WIPGO on Tuesday, whatever numbers are called. Is there anything particular I hope it's called? One of them, yes. I started it, I'm not quite sure when the date, but I know I started it in 2022. And I think it's my oldest whip. So I hope they kind of call that so I can work on it. I could take it out any old time and work on it, but I don't think about it. So that's why I put it on the WIPGO board. I may start putting it, I do have it on the cracker. You've probably seen it. It's Lizzie Kate's Dog Rules. And when I started cross stitching again, I wanted that one, so I bought it because I saw it on just keep stitch, just keep stitching. Um, Stephanie did the cat rules, which I thought was kind of cute. So those are my goals. Let's see how many I didn't do as many in the last 2 weeks. Like I said, I didn't get that much done on the Mad Hatter. She Mad Hatter Dreams, but I love working on it, and I think I'm just gonna pull it out whenever I want to. I want to work on one from Mama Witch X Stitch. It's a bat. It's called Let Me In. That's also on my goal list. The Heart Tree, get the Patriotic Block finish, the S. Maybe then I'll try to finish the A, and then it'll be all done. It's not very big. It shouldn't take very long. Once I get the parts of the S done, it's just all fill in after that. And then starting the flag hearts. I have had a really bad case of startitis, and I want to start. And there's something in particular I want to start, and I don't know. We'll see. I think maybe I'll wait until I get some of these other small things taken care of. Yeah. So the other Christmas sampler I have on here is the red, the white, and the green one. I want to get 4 motifs done. Plus I need to fix a couple of mistakes. So if I'm going to do that, then I'm trying to have like theme weekends. Like I was doing the Sampler Saturday and Spooky Sunday, and I'm still going to do that. But what I'd really like to do is maybe like this past weekend, it was spooky stitching. So I did the sampler 1692. I did the spooky Quaker. I did the vampire goblet, and I did 3 cheers. And I've got a bunch of other things that I really want to get up and going. Oh, I also did the Salem Sisters. So not this next week, but the week of the 4th. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get into my bowl and pick out another one and see what we have. And I have to restart the hen tea because I didn't like how it was coming out. Wasn't happy with it. So I'm going to redo the hen's tea. Restart it anyway. And yeah, I think I'm just going to do what I can do. It's going to be a shorty. That's okay. So I think for the first day of July, I'm going to start the flag hearts and get hopefully 6 done. You know, they'll probably be blue, but that's okay. Um, I can deal with blue. And then maybe, since I'm only, when I start the Christmas bears, I'm only looking at 300 stitches. And if I can get that done, it should. And there's like 6 bears, I think. And they're kind of cute, but will be my first owl forest. I've never done an owl forest before. So, I think I may start one of my Carolyn Mannings because I've never done one of those before, and I've got a couple Christmas ones. I have the night before Christmas and the tent makers December. So, I might do that. And then we're gonna go from. I was gonna try to do an extra, but this week's been really weird. Last week was also very weird. What's going on? But I felt like I was on a roller coaster. Going 1 minute I'm okay, next minute I'm going down crying, the next minute I'm up, and it was a whole. If this is menopause, I don't want it. You can take it, shove it, because I'm done with it. I don't want it. It's terrible. Anyway, no, like I said, there was one thing that I got on Etsy that I really need to print off, and it is, oh, I don't know, there was something about it. I saw it, had to get it. So anyway, but yeah, so things can change. They always do. You know. If I don't feel like working on something, I'm not gonna work on it because if it doesn't make me happy, I don't want to. So I'm gonna try to, keep things at a um, um kind of um level. Good song. So, oop, sorry. Oops, sorry. I wanted to make sure something was on. I probably should have checked that beforehand. But anyway, I do, if you are new here, welcome. Thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe and do all the things. If you are a regular here, thank you so much for coming back every week. And I do want to apologize for all my audio issues that I've been having over the past couple weeks. I'm using a different computer. I'm not using this. I'm not using that mic. I'm just hopefully the sound will be better. And I do apologize. And if there are any more problems, like if you can't hear something, if you like something but you can't figure out what I said, please, please, please comment below or get in touch with me via Instagram or my email. I also have a Facebook group. It's Sewfly's Unique Boutique Group. Okay. I haven't posted on anything on there in a long time, but I was doing quite a bit of quilting this weekend and this week. I got a couple more project sleeves done, and they are big enough to hold a 8 by 11 piece of paper, and that's how big patterns come. Like, it would fit this comfortably. And I use hoops. I'm not a big gooseneck person. I do use them on occasion, but I'm I'm a hoop person. So I'm pretty sure it would hold a size 10 hoop. I haven't tested it, but pretty sure it will. If not, you know, I can definitely, make them big enough to hold a 10 size hoop. I have made them big enough to hold an 11 by 11 kiss now. So if you go on, I can make them with a flap. I can put a zipper on them. I can use a snap. I use Velcro. Whatever your needs are. Like if you stitch in hand, and I know a lot of people do that. I do on occasion. I'm not a big in-hand stitcher, but I do on occasion just for spots where I know there's not going to be enough room for me to grab it in a hoop or put it in a hoop and be able to stitch on it. So um or some of those little tiny ornaments that I got for my advent, they're not big enough for a hoop and they don't have a hoop small enough for them. So those I have to kind of, you know, hold between my fingers, like this and like this and stitch away. Do I like doing that? No, not necessarily. But it's is what it is. I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. I know there's a lot of people out there that are very stodgy about how they do things and they want things just so. And sorry, but not everything in life is just so. And we all know this. I'd love to be able to do all the things that I want to get done. I would love it. But I'm one person. I have two hands. It's not an octopus. no? So yeah. I just take my time, do what I need to do. You know. If I like it, awesome. If something about it I don't like the fabric, I don't like the way it's coming out, I don't like certain aspects of the pattern, you can always take things off. You don't have to stitch them. Replace them with something else. They have those little motif books that you can get. Or just, don't stitch it on the fabric that you do and restart it on a different one. That's how I look at things. So maybe that doesn't make me very popular, but that's okay. Trying to think. I talked about the elven stitchery last week. There was another lady, I think it's Becca Sews Everything on FlossTube. I think she's got maybe two. I'm not exactly sure what her name is, so until I find out for sure, I don't really want to put it down below, but I will put it down below when I find out for sure. I should have wrote it down when I was watching it the other day. Oh. Sorry. Been up for a while. But other than that, my life has been crazy. I mean, last week was not a happy week. I don't know what happened. I was doing okay, and then all of a sudden it was like, somebody just. Have you ever seen that movie, Inside Out from Disney? And they have all the little emotions. Well, the little blue one with the glasses, I think, is like sadness and depression and all this stuff. Yeah, she was large and in charge in me last week. So, usually one of the things that puts me in a good mood, or almost gets me there, that's why I did so much spooky stitching, because I focus on the spooky stitching. I really do. For some reason, when it comes to the spooky stitching, I focus very hard. Even though I have been, having a hard time getting through that Quaker, I still focus very intently on the spooky stitching. So I wasn't able to focus on anything, even the spooky stitching. I'm like, no, this is gonna stop. And my poor dog, she's the only one that can deal with me. But I'm like that. She's the only one that wants to be around me, and that's only because I'm the treat dealer. I'll go into the kitchen, and she'll be like, "Hit me," you know. She'll be like, "Mama, I want a cookie. Give me a cookie." So it's like I feel like we're sneaking around, and the popo are gonna show up and arrest me for giving out dog treats. It sounds silly, but that's how I felt. But anyway, so yeah. So even my dog, usually my dog is the one constant that makes me very happy. I'm sitting on the couch and I'm just watching TV and I'm trying to stitch, and every time I turn around, tears are just, flowing, literally. And she's looking at me like, no, I don't want to deal with this. So I was like, hi, Patches, how you doing? She comes over and she gives me a kiss. And, and I ended up leaving the house because I couldn't do it. And normally I don't want to go anywhere. I was just having a really hard time with everything. And then my husband comes home on Friday and he says, well, I'm taking Monday and Tuesday off, and then Wednesday's holiday for them anyway. And then he's got training today and tomorrow. I'm like, okay. Monday was alright. Tuesday with the in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And every time he came in, the dog got excited. Every time he went out, the dog wanted to go out. I'm like, Okay. Tuesday, he put the air conditioning in the dining room. No, Monday, he put the air conditioning in the dining room because he knew that it was going to get really hot the next couple of days. Okay. So I said, did you hook the one up in the bedroom? No, I don't think we'll need that one. He's going to be ticked when he gets home because I put it in and I probably didn't do it right. And I really don't care. But if you had done it in the first place, you could have done it your way. I did it mine. Don't like it well. But it's up, it's going. I'm not going to sleep in a hot, stifling room tonight. And if we don't need it the rest of the summer, that's fine. I think we will. But, hell, we were getting snow in April. Crying out loud. We got a couple feet of snow in April. So, am I hoping this summer isn't all that hot? Yeah. Is it going to be? Yeah. Oh, well, anyway. So one thing. I was looking on Instagram and I saw that my friend Angie, Hibernation Stitcher, had posted something about Stitch the Summer Olympics. So it goes from July 26th to August 8th. Ah, August 11th. So every day there's a different prompt. And like stitch on a new or a 2024 project. That's easy enough. Stitch something patriotic. That's easy enough. Stitch something summer. I don't have a whole heck of a lot of summer. But I could maybe stitch one of that like August, the from the Heart Needle Art August that I have because that is a summer month. Or find something. Stitch something with a color of the Olympic rings: blue, yellow, black, green, or red. I can do that. Stitch something with water. I was actually considering one of my whales. Don't know. Stitch something that contains something round. Okay. Stitch on your oldest whip. Now that would be my dog wool. So, stitch on something with more than one person. I have, two versions of the Addams Family. I have John and Abigail on Plum Street Samplers, and I have Morticia and Gomez from Fancy Nancy. I don't even know if she's still on Etsy, but I think that's what she's called. Stitch on, because it's stitch on something with more than one person. Stitch on a row or a border. Stitch on something with a house or a building. I have, you know, Good Company, the Addams Family, so on and so forth. Stitch on something by a favorite designer. Oh. I could do, two of those in a row because I have a couple small haunted houses by my favorite designer, Waxing Moon. So that might work. Stitch something with an animal. That's easy enough. Stitch on something, or stitch on a sow, or something recommended by another stitcher. That one might be a little bit more difficult. Stitch on any goal you have projects on. Well, that's easy enough. Stitch on something that's part of a series. I can do that. I've got two of them. I've got Frosty Forest and I've got Snow Village. Stitch on something you plan on a 2024 finish. Well, that could be just about anything. Stitch on something with an animal. That could be one of my geometric animals. So I'm going to participate in that. I talked to, if you go to, I want to say, I think it's Nap Time Stitcher. Yeah, I think her name is Nap Time Stitcher. I'm not sure what her name is. But, hey, the way I look at it, I'll do it. I have no problem with that. Might be fun. I like playing a game every once in a while. So, anyway. I'm going over some things in my head for 2025. I'm going to keep with the themes, but I'm going to change them around a little bit. And I may not do the same themes as I did this year. And if I do, I might move them around a little bit. So, yeah. So that is my stuff. So like I said, if you came across me Thank you so much for pressing play. Please like, please subscribe. If you are a regular viewer, I love you all because you come back week after week. And it's so appreciated. So appreciated. And I hope you have a wonderful week. Get a lot of stitching done. If it's hot with you where you are, please try to stay cool. If it's cold where you are, please try to stay warm. Um, be safe, you know, and keep on going on.